A little update on the tomatoes that I replanted. They took off. I'll probably get a few tomatoes out of that maybe before the weather turns to snow. Pepper plants I replanted really didn't take off. They just stunted away. There's a chance I might think about taking the container in for the winter and see if I can grow them in my room, barring I actually buy some powerful lights. There's a tomato plant that was uh, it was in another container somewhere. I pulled it out and planted it in there in hopes that it would grow before fall. Those are just some seeds I threw down in some soil just for fun. I think they're tomato plants as well. Bell pepper. It's doing pretty good too. It's got a little bell pepper down on it. I wonder if I can zoom into that. There it is. Ooh. Yeah. And just some other straggler plants, some ivies, another little tomato plant. This little pepper plant here, still waiting to see exactly what he is. Should have a pepper on it soon. Knock on wood. Cucumber vine is doing pretty good, but I keep eating the cucumber, so there's nothing really to show there anymore. Got a few tomatoes that I'm waiting for the sun to ripen a bit. Zucchini is growing a zucchini. 3 of them went bad on the vine. This one seems to be growing quite well. Tomato plant, ate most of the tomatoes on it. Still a few there, straggling around. Again, tomato plant with a long hot pepper growing in it. Might see a few good peppers off of that. The big monster cherry tomato plant. It's pretty much given all it can. It's got some tomatoes left on it that are slowly ripening. But tomorrow I might just call it and see what's on the undergrowth of this, because there was tons of different seeds in here. And I'm sure there's something down there still growing. I have a pepper plant that I'm going to take inside right there. It got damaged by the cold last night. So I'm thinking I'll bring it in my room. This was a jalapeno plant that put out the tiniest jalapeno ever. I'm going to bring it in my room. I have some lighting to see if I can't, grow it for fun. I've been a little lax out in the garden ever since losing Badger Kitten. And yeah, everything else is just, pumping along. I got some ivies that I've been rooting and transplanting. Tested some seeds, found out they're most likely duds. Here's some more small stunted jalapeno plants that didn't go anywhere. Some more tomatoes. I grew a bean, a normal bean. It's a bean. There might be another bean hiding under there. Lots of scarlet runner in here. Talked about them in a short. They're just taking off. The Italian basil. I'm gonna get it to go to seed. I got some more tomato plants that I'm just letting run wild. The grown little tiny tomatoes. Some other plants that I was testing, and yeah, it's just been pretty fun out here in the garden. And whatever this is, I've had this tree since I found it a long time ago. Still don't know what it is. Looks great during this time of year, but after spending a few months inside, it looks horrible, but it always comes back. I wish I had a proper light for this. I'm thinking about making a little setup for it just to keep it looking beautiful. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's going in the garden. I got a sunflower head drying. I've got that one up there, which is almost spent for the flowers, but if it doesn't break off, I'll just leave it up there for the bees. They seem to love it. I've got more sunflowers that are still just popping all the time. And yeah, I love the sunflowers. Like, come on, phone, there you go. It's makes the garden look nice at this time of year when a lot of other stuff is dying back. So that's pretty much how it's going in the garden. And I got a bunch of ivies in my room that I'm transplanting and rooting just for fun. Tried selling them, but doesn't seem like anybody's interested in buying slow growing ivies for houseplants anymore. Not even at $5, which that was the surprising part for me. Maybe I'm just in a bad location. Yeah, whatever. Is what it is. And yeah, I'm just documenting this stuff for for fun than anything. As a disabled person, you don't exactly get a lot to do. So this is something. And it just sucks that soon winter's coming. You know, if I had it my way, like this field that the city emptied out and does nothing with, if I had it my way, I had to have like a giant heated greenhouse there. But I don't know, everything runs on money, and something like that I don't see bringing in a lot of money. But dreams, right? Can't do anything about having them, except for try to live them. If you can't live them, at least you can talk about them.